Good morning, amigos. Here we are, somewhere off the coast of Scotland in the North Sea. That's it right here. That's what's making all the noise and the wind. This is the reason we haven't been posting much lately. I'm going to give you a little video of some sights that we have seen, some pictures. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but hang around to the end for an important message that y'all don't want to miss. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Yeah, it's like 6:30 in the morning, so yep, I've just gotten up and showered. All right, we'll be back after a bit with an important message. you've seen that, here's the important message. Isn't that beautiful out there? I mean, look at it. There it is. Yeah. If you can ever afford it, I highly recommend this. That's not the important message. The important message is, I think I'm done with all of this. Yeah. I'm not saying positively that I'll never post another video, but if I do, we're going to have to rebrand something and change it up, because 100 views on a video just isn't worth anybody's time. Not mine, not yours, not anybody's. So, thanks to everybody who's followed along, and we might be back, but as of right now, I'm not saying it. All right, so we're not going to end it quite like that. It's a couple days later. I figured I needed to give y'all a little more information about what had been going on. And since you couldn't really hear anything, we'd get back to that in a minute. So we went on a Viking cruise. Started in London, went to Dover and Wales. Well, we couldn't get into Wales because it was too windy and they couldn't put the ship in port. Belfast and Dublin and Liverpool and Edinburgh and Shetland Isles and Orkney Isles and, oh Lord, where all did we? I can't even remember everywhere we went. It was 15 days. It was amazing. The cruise was great. I highly recommend it. If you ever get to where you can afford it, go. Yes, it's expensive, but it's purely a case of you get what you pay for. If you like Carnival cruises and being around 3,000 screaming youngins is your cup of tea, more power to you. I don't like it. I want things to be more calm and relaxed and to be able to enjoy myself. That being said, because the Viking cruises are expensive, it tends to lead to a more older crowd. And I don't just mean the fact they don't let anybody under 18 on the ship. I mean, there was a pretty good percentage of them people on the boat that had early onset rigor mortis. That's not Viking's fault. That was frustrating. But overall, the experience was amazing. The ship was beautiful. The room was great. The food was awesome. All the ports were amazing. We didn't get rain. We got drizzled on one day while we were there, which is unusual. I think it tends to rain a lot more than that. So that was not normal. All right, so now back to what I said a few minutes ago about this being done. Yeah, it's too much work. You wouldn't think so with the quality of content that I put out, but it's still work. Got to film it, got to edit it, and the fact that I put videos out and they get 90 views, that ain't worth it. So, we're going to wrap this up. I'm not saying it's permanent. I'm not going to say that I'll never post again, because it's probable that a video will pop up now and then. But we're not going to go to the racetrack and worry about mounting the camera in the car and worrying about making sure it's running while we're trying to race, and just not worth it. It's not worth having another distraction while I'm at the racetrack. I might do a little outside videoing, maybe, once Caitlin. Yeah, I caught the crud while I was over there. That made the flight home absolutely miserable. Not Viking's fault. We got up at 2 a.m. to catch a 6 a.m. flight from Bergen, Norway to Copenhagen, where we had a 5-hour layover. Then we got on a plane from Copenhagen, Denmark, and flew to New Jersey. That was an 8.5-hour flight. that was miserable. I didn't feel good, and it was 8.5 hours, and it was just Then when we got to New Jersey, we had another 5-hour layover, which was a good thing because that airport sucks. I think we left the county twice to change terminals. 5-hour layover there. Then we flew in to Raleigh, Durham. We got in a little before 10 o'clock. We walked in the house at 11:45 p.m. Did I mention we got up at 2 a.m. Bergen time? That is 6 hours ahead of us. So that was essentially like getting up at 8 p.m. North Carolina time and staying up until 8 p.m. Saturday, North Carolina time, and staying up until 10:45. Well, it was actually up till after 11 Sunday. Yeah, it was probably about 28 hours, I think, by the time we finally got to bed. And I was sick. I'm still sick. I got a lot of head congestion stuff going on. But now that you found out more about that than you cared to, yeah, once Kaylin gets to racing and she gets a little more comfortable, I might film a little outside of the car stuff. But I'm not putting a camera in the car anymore. Well, I'm not going to say I'm not going to, but right now there's no plans to do that. There's no plans to film anything. There's no plans to put out content. That the content has gotten better from when I started. I do believe that. I mean, I can watch it. I can tell there's a difference in it. I can tell I've gotten more comfortable talking to this thing, which is still weird. But it's still not very good, which is apparent by the fact that I get 90 views in a video. Oh well. But anyway, you want to unsubscribe? Unsubscribe. Hell, I've lost 5 viewers since I started posting stuff about my Charger over there. If you don't unsubscribe, just turn the bell on, and if I do post something, it'll pop up and you'll see it. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and maybe not. See you later. Ciao.
Well, I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. Catch you later on down the trail.